Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm aware that I'm one of the last, so I'm gonna just try and skip through right through this presentation for you. I'm really honored to be here finally at the Festival of Media, and I do say finally because we had a few misses. I was meant to present in Switzerland last time, but I'm finally happy to be here and now actually in what is now my hometown. My name is Lito German. I am the right there, yeah. I am the marketing director of BMW Asia. We're responsible for 13 countries out of this regional office. And yes, by now I'm sure you've all figured out I am the one true German working for BMW. Considering all the wonderful and amazing presentations that you've seen so far, maybe it's better for me to start with a little disclaimer. Today I'll present not about our cars really specifically, but more on our after-sales side. And it's a program we've developed recently. Now, by recently, I do mean that this was only in the last month. So regretfully, I don't have all the results, but I will present to you what we have so far. But what we've seen has been highly encouraging. So with that, this time, let me start in true BMW fashion, in a bold and aggressive manner. It pleases me to state that BMW is the #1 car brand in Singapore. We are, of course, the #1 premium car brand worldwide. But what makes our situation in Singapore particularly special is the fact that we outsell all car brands in this market across the entire automotive industry. In fact, the BMW 5 Series is the #1 selling car in Singapore today. So with all these cars on the road come beloved customers, unique individuals who see their cars not just as transportation, but as avatars or extensions of themselves. To them, BMW is an expression and a way of life. And so, of course, they try to make their expression, this expression, their very own. In this regard, we've tuned into a growing trend of individualization, customization. In the same way, I suppose that no two mobile phones are ever alike. BMW customers personalize their cars in so many wonderful ways, some focusing on aesthetics, while others focus on performance. The good news is that we have a full range of BMW parts and accessories that cater to the customer's needs for customization. I was warned that I wasn't supposed to present any commercials, and I will get to social eventually. But these include a wide range of BMW performance parts that accentuate not only the looks, but the dynamism of our cars as well. We have everything from seats, as you can see, to steering wheels, from body kits to alloy wheels. The bad news, however, is that the take-up rate for these special parts and accessories was disappointingly low here in Singapore. This we attributed simply to a lack of awareness. And so began the campaign to support BMW performance parts. We followed this traditional route with advertising. We did the direct mailers. We did roadshows and displays. There's a specific display that we did at our Innovations Expo. And yet, despite all these, admittedly, the results were less than encouraging. And so we had to look elsewhere. Now, of course, our standing in the market as the market leader might make us assume that we were in the center of the universe, that all discussions simply revolved around us and they wanted to talk on our platforms. However, we know that this is simply not the case. Okay, and it's not moving now. Click, click, there we go. Okay, sorry, our logo doesn't really shrink on cue, so that's why. We recognize that conversations about our brand are being held in so many platforms outside of our own. And so we had to find a way to engage with these communities, or as David earlier called them, these underutilized influencers, and more importantly, create not only awareness, but also consumption. We were distinctly aware of the curse of being unwanted as a brand in these communities, so we had to find a clever way to converse without commercializing. It's really the end of the day because the clicker's out of battery. Okay, there we go. Whoops. All right. And so we came up with the BMW Switch. It was a novel idea designed to satisfy all our objectives. We needed a unique customer experience, we needed a referral campaign, we needed a conversation starter, and we needed something viral.
BMW is Singapore's #1 luxury car brand. With the performance parts range, which allows current BMW owners to individualize their cars with performance and aesthetic enhancements, we have the opportunity to increase revenue by maximizing residual income from our current customer base. Typically, we use traditional media such as press, print, DMs and outdoor for branding. However, we ran into 2 challenges. For the performance parts range, we are targeting existing BMW drivers who are a niche community. Traditional mediums in this case would not be effective in this segment. On top of that, press is a static medium, which posed a challenge as the product needs to be experienced personally for drivers to know the difference. Our solution is simple. Instead of driving BMW owners into the showroom, we'll take the test drive experience to wherever they are. Introducing the BMW Switch, a targeted experiential test drive campaign that takes place entirely on a digital platform. We kicked off the campaign by setting up a platform to recruit people to nominate BMW drivers for the BMW Switch. As BMW is the only luxury car brand with a self-created fan group, BMW.SG, naturally, we worked closely with the executive committee during the recruitment process. Once we identified the people to switch, we prepared and set the scene. In a well-rehearsed operation, we got hold of our victims' car keys and made the switch, replacing their current BMW with a BMW fitted with performance parts. We captured their reactions on film and gave them the performance additions to enjoy for the weekend. Their responses before and after resulted in original content that is sticky, entertaining, and most importantly, authentic.
This is my colleague. She is xiao on about her BM. She's always pushing her car as far as it can go, and the further it can go, the better. The faster it can go, the better. So at this point, she has absolutely no idea what to expect, and I cannot wait to see her reaction.
Oh my God, what switched?
These viral films are uploaded on Facebook, YouTube, and on our campaign microsite. The response was immediate. Online conversations by local BMW drivers on the performance parts range increased. Respected car forums and international auto blogs also picked up on the story, engaging a wider audience outside of Singapore. These conversations are amplified globally, generating hundreds of thousands of views from every continent in the world. But what's more important for BMW was that our drivers became more engaged with us as a result of the viral films and saw firsthand the benefits of performance parts. Choosing the right platform, sticky storytelling, and rising consumer engagement led to the highest increase of total conversations about BMW in 2011.
It was like love at first sight.
The ride was fantastic.
It felt really cool when I was driving. I felt cool, it looks cool, and I just love the big wheels, and I love the exhaust, I love the spoiler, I love all that stuff. I heard that engine, and oh my god, there's nothing like it. It's sexy, it's hot, it's cool, it's cool and hot.
The BMW Switch, success.
So there you have it. That was the BMW Switch. And like I said, the campaign is still ongoing, and we're currently collating results. But what we've seen so far is highly encouraging. To date, we've received an average of about 6 sign-ups daily. Now, I know that might not seem much, but considering the fact that these are BMW owners and non-BMW owners, volunteers who are opening themselves and saying that they are interested, and the conversion ratios are way above average on this one. In fact, so far we've registered a direct increase year on year in BMW performance sales of over 35% and still rising. Not a bad result for switching a few cars surreptitiously. So to wrap it up, here are some lessons that we learned through this exercise. First of all, and I'm really, click please. Okay. See, that's technology now for you, this voice command. First of all, involve, don't compete. What I mean by that is when dealing with online communities, it's better to involve rather than compete. In our case, we were aware that these groups of superfans or untapped influencers love to discuss parts and accessories not necessarily from BMW, but rather than try and pull these fans away from their own preferred platform, we actually involve them in their own communities instead. Next, we prefer to engage and entertain, and obviously, if we just put some product videos on YouTube or Facebook, it wouldn't have had the same effect. So clearly, we had to entertain, which led to pushing the conversation. The next one is you can't control the conversation, obviously, so don't even try. From the beginning, we knew this. In fact, at a certain point in the campaign, the conversation revolved around how cute and pretty our first victim was. While I certainly agree with this point, I preferred to talk about performance parts and not about her body parts. But in the end, it did return to performance parts, and that was a good thing. Next, you can definitely earn it, and we've been talking about earned media all the time, but you have to bring it back, and at the end of the day, our ROI revolved around selling these parts, and so we had to prove it, and we had to pull them back into our own platforms. And we did this at the very end of every video, where we just said who's next and nominate somebody, and we got the nomination straight on, and that's how we got the conversions. And finally, and I'm sure many people in this room will like this, but our results show that majority of the views and conversations and shares were done on mobile devices, mobile platforms. So this convinces of the channels reached as we move along the campaign. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for me. A straightforward case study from BMW. Thanks, everyone, for your attention.